Hello everyone and welcome back to a Grand Arena. I'm Captain Riggs and this is my account. I'm 6.6 million GP, working towards Leviathan right now. As you can tell, don't have many GLs, only one, Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, got Starkiller, proud of having Malicos, really like him, he's really good. You can tell I'm working towards Leviathan. Already have the Profundity and the Executor. Both of those are putting good work at only 5 stars, but I like them. And this is my opponent, CK2630. He's 11.5 million GP, all 8 GLs, all the cool stuff, Reva, Bo. I think I saw Queen Amidala in there, possibly. It'll be a tough match, but I'm excited for it. I still enjoy him. He's got a bunch of ships, Leviathan, Profundity, Executor. Looked like all 7 stars, maybe not on that Profundity. First things first, I will go after the Ray. Starkiller is my go-to Ray counter. That he puts in good work against basically every version of Ray I see down here in Aurodium 2. Just to start it off, Mara Jade, doing all these abilities to gain turn meter. Her and Palpatine gain turn meter from every debuff she puts on an enemy. Then Starkiller assists every time Palpatine assists, and Palpatine assists every time Mara Jade uses her basic. Starkiller does more damage with that third ability for every buff on an enemy, so that's why he killed Ben Solo right there in one shot. Ben came back because he revives, but Starkiller's putting in really good work with all the damage, so I was able to kill off one of those resistance hero bros. Got Haldo down into the red right there. Rey is already in her damage immunity, so it's kind of tough for me to do anything against her right now. So I'm just trying to do something now that everybody's in damage immunity, which is kind of tough. Well, now that Rey's finally out of damage immunity, she's in her ult, so she's taking 1 damage for every hit that I'm doing. So it's tough until they get out of ult and damage immunity. I want to save my ult since everybody on my team is full health and full protection. I want to wait a little bit until I actually need the health and protection recovery, so I'll wait and use that later this battle. So now that Rey's finally out of her ult, I can finally do some damage. So hit her, Starkiller 190,000, that's some nice damage. There goes Ben. There goes Rey. Both of these are now out of damage immunity. I'm worried that I might not be able to use my Star Destroyer, but thankfully Starkiller's up next. And there we go. Good win against Rey, 75 banners, perfect banners, first attack banners. That's a great way to start a Grand Arena. Now, up next is this new Bo-Katan team. Being in Aurodium 2, I have not seen many Bo-Katan teams, and I'm excited to face it. Usually Malicos is my counter for these types of new teams that I'm a little worried about, don't really know how they'll work. Malicos does such crazy damage that I'm not too worried about this team. So, I'm excited to use this, test out this new team. And off to the rip, I guess Turn order's weird. I don't quite know speeds on everybody in this team. Both are relatively decently new characters. I love this Omicron that Malikos has, where he assists every time an ally uses a special ability. Makes it so easy to just wipe enemies off the board. And, well, there goes Bo-Katan just like that. She was Relic 0, and several of her allies, my enemies, are Relic 9. Like that IG 12 and Grogu, Paz Vizsla's Relic 8. Basically, now that Bo-Katan's done and out, I'm not too worried about this team anymore. I got Malikos to do huge damage, wipe those two characters off the board. He's crazy. And the other guys just die of damage over time or something. I love Malikos. I'm so happy to have him for offense. He's really entertaining too, which is good for YouTube. So the predicament I'm in now is I want to defeat this Ewok team, but I'm pretty sure my Imperial Troopers can't do it, but it feels like CLS and the Rebels is a bit of an overkill. But being in Aurodium 2 at 6.6 million GP, I have enough teams where I can afford to use CLS here. Nisa, Relic 7 is always scary on these Ewok teams. Not scary enough for CLS to lose, as they're putting in good work here like usual. Chirpa's out, Nisa's next, blinding everybody. Mass assist from 3PO, and there goes Nisa. So the Teddy Bear Ewoks, scarier with Nisa, but still a bad team. So on to the next. So this bounty hunter team is one that I don't really quite know what to use against it. But I doubt I will be using this Padme double Ahsoka Kenobi team. So I will use them here. I don't expect many troubles. No Mando, just Bosk. Fennec could theoretically be a problem, but this team is kind of garbagey, so I'll just wait till Kat gets her insta-kill, and then I'll get courage built up and wipe everybody else out. Kat's finally got her Force Sleep, I think it's what the ability's called. Wiped out Boss right there. Now I just got to take out Fennec. Not too worried about it. She's not doing big damage, it seems like. And really, these thermal detonators are just mildly annoying at this point, stealing my banners and getting on my nerves a little bit. But now we'll just wait and slowly destroy these last few garbage characters on this bounty hunter team. And there's the win. It's really nice that Kat can give Ahsoka that Shien or whatever that ability's called. Oh my, there's Jabba. But that Shien makes it really nice when little Tano Snips assists, so she can actually do some good damage, because Snips by her lonesome without Kat hits absolutely terrible. She's hitting for like 5,000 damage on those assists, and it makes it really tough. So at this point, I have my Jedi team, and I know I can use Jedi Knight Cal Kestis with them, so I'm not too worried. I know I'm going to use them against Jabba, so I'm basically just trying to kill everybody else now. So I've got Wampa here with his Datacron. I don't have the level 9 Datacron for Wampa, but I've got the damage over time. Gets protection up. So I've used him to destroy Sith Eternal Emperor, so a Grievous team is nothing. I'll put this one on auto and just let Wampa go to town. Alright, that Wampa battle's down, so now I'm onto this Bad Batch team. Usually I would use CLS here, but since I already used them against the Ewoks, this Rogue One team will have to do. I'm a little bit worried because I know that Bad Batch puts in some good work on the offensive end, and they can potentially be scary on defense. But I've seen that Raditz has been doing well from a lot of people recently, and I enjoy him. Getting that Spark of Rebellion ability at the end is quite fun. I actually got to get to 100 stacks of whatever that blue buff thing is called. Getting a little scary here. Thankfully, I've got my Spark of the Rebellion ability. Revive all my allies. Inflict protection disruption on all my enemies. It's basically just a matter of time. They've got protection disruption and healing immunity for like 6 turns or something ridiculous. So there goes Raditz, wiping them all out. So I'm wanting to clear every single character team before I attack Jabba. So that way I know I've got squads enough for everything so I can use all my best Jedi, because that's usually what it takes to beat a Jabba. And, well, this Resistance team make it pretty easy. They took out Qui-Gon Jinn, so Jedi Anakin hits like an absolute tank, wipes out 4 of the 5 with 1 ability, and there's not much Finn can do against a juiced up Anakin. So now we're on to this kind of ragtag second crew of First Order. Luckily, I've still got my bounty hunters. they do some good work. I've got the Zam-Omicron, one of my very first ones I put on. A little bit outdated now, but still put some good work. Makes her over 370 speed, I think. I think it makes both my Bosk and my Grief well over 330. Can't quite remember the exact number now. But here we go, putting in good work. Got a couple mass assists. Got some Mando disintegrations, insta-kill. And now it's just a matter of time until this stupid First Order dies. First Order Stormtrooper. Mando, unfortunately, doesn't have his disintegrate, but a Relicate Boba for the Executor puts in some good work with that grenade blast. Missile blast, sorry. And there's the final blow. So now onto the final character team, Jabba. I know it's going to be a tough battle, so I've got all my best Jedi. Jedi Master Luke, Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Knight Revan, Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, and Hermit Yoda. And I've got a good Jedi Crown where it stuns on every ability, even though it might not be very useful here against Jabba. I now realize as I get into this battle that they don't have Boushh Leia. So I was worried about it until now, but now I'm really not. So I don't really have any reason for who I'm going after, but I know that Skiffguard Lando annoys me a lot with, I think he does a lot of assisting maybe, so I want to take him out early. Basically, I'm just using Jedi Master Luke's granted ability to deal, I think it's about 91,000 damage every time. So, maybe not. Just said 63, but there goes Skiffguard Lando. At this point, I don't really know who I'm going for. I was kind of planning on Chrysanthemum, but then Greedo keeps attacking a bunch of times out of turn and getting on my nerves. So I decided I'd go after him instead. And there he goes. And then while I was at it, I was like, Boba's annoying me with that giant missile, so he will go out. He will be dead as well before Chrysanthemum. So Cal pass and swap and cleansing to Luke. Luke calling him to assist. And one more little bit of damage, and Boba's down for the first time. And Revan swapping and cleansing. Here we go. Doing some decent damage, putting ability block and breach on everybody. Killing Boba. Now I just got to get through this Chrysanthemum. Luckily, he's only Relic 5, so not quite as tanky as he could be. But still pretty tanky on this Jabba team. Doing 63,000 with that ability that I've got from Master Luke. Luckily, I have multiple characters on this team that dispel on a basic. And there was Cal's insta-kill. Unfortunately, it's kind of wasted because Chrysanthemum will come back here very shortly. And I'll have to go through them all again. But I mean, an insta-kill is an insta-kill. So, working on Jabba until Chrysanthemum comes back. Then I'll go wipe out Chrysanthemum. And then come back to Jabba. So, just a little bit of time. I'm doing well on time for this battle. Still just under 3 minutes. Just got to the ultimate with Master Luke. With that ultimate, all my abilities, cooldowns are reset. So, I've got everything good. Luke calling Cal calling Luke. Getting Chrysanthemum out of there. Now it's just a race against time and a race against Jabba's health. I've got all my people left, all my abilities, all my damage. I'm not too worried. Should be able to get through this Jabba. Only Relic 7, so not quite as tanky as an 8 or a 9, obviously. So I should be able to get through him relatively soon. So Jabba did actually put up a little bit more of a fight than I thought, but there's that 64 at banner win right there. So now we're on to ships. First I thought that was a profundity, but I see it's just a home one and a negotiator. I keep a good Empire fleet on offense. Empire is almost always good against any type of rebels, so I'll mirror match with Negotiator. I've kind of got a little system down where Anakin goes, my Anakin, and puts healing immunity and hopefully buff immunity on their Anakin. Ahsoka goes, I get this mass assist because I got a Relic 8 General Kenobi, so he goes right away. And I get Anakin down to like 1% health, no protection, and then I get my Bad Batch ship, I can't remember its name right now, the Marauder to go and finish off the job. Then Ahsoka nearly kills that clone sergeant's ship. Call in Plo Koon to dispel all those debuffs, get a bunch of protection up. And I thought Anakin would kill him as well, but not quite. So we'll just put Ahsoka back under stealth, get Anakin and Ahsoka under stealth, kill off those two ships, and put this, I don't remember what this ability's called, but we'll put that on everybody, making it so they get an extra little savior, can't quite die. So unfortunately took some damage there on Plo Koon, lost a couple banners, 1% health, but I'll call in Jedi Counselor, get all the protection back, call to assist, and there's the Grand Arena. Nope, I lied, sorry. Not quite. There's the first of the ship battles. Now going into this battle using my Empire, I've got a very good TIE Defender with Adversio. Puts in some really good work. I really have a love of using it against the Executor. Doesn't work every time. In fact, probably only works about 50% of the time. But I really, really like using it. And because I've got Darth Vader's ship and, Seventh Sisters Inquisitor ship, I can call in a reinforcement right away. Fortunately, it's dumb. Vader's gone, but the TIE Defender dodging, so I'll call it to assist. It does ridiculous damage. You can see right here. That was 150,000 damage if you couldn't see. Somehow, after this ship being in the game for like 5 years, no, that's a lie, for like 2 years, they still haven't fixed that animation glitch. Just took out Han's Falcon. Got that burning applied from the tank ship. So basically just waiting until I was hoping. Yes, I got to the ultimate. Get to kill them. Get to heal up the TIE Defender all the way. And that's the Grand Arena. Thank you all for watching. I got 1547. Hopefully that's enough to get me the win.